Big dogs! What's up, guys? Pharaoh Friday is in session. The market is moving. ATR here on NQ. The 5-minute chart is 47. We're ready to rock, man, here. Here's the close of 22 coming up in a minute 40. Let's see what we get. Let's see. Good morning, guys. How we doing? I hesitate to say, is volatility back? But motherfucker, we're going to say, is volatility back? ATR 47? We'll see if this can hold up here. Hopefully this will hold up into and through next week. We love it. Pete, Javaz, Christian, what's up, brother? How we doing? Levi, big dog. All right. ATR on GC, that's gold, sitting here at about 7. ATR on ES is 8.2, quite a bit better than what we have been seeing over there on ES. But with an ATR of 47 on NQ, I can't look away. All right, looks like 22 is going to be sort of a bar like 13. We'll see if that leads to a pull-in. Obviously, that would support kind of a aggressive but softening bull wedge if bar 23 and 24 end up pulling in here. Keep an eye on that. Yes, sir. Gerard, eval deals. So Apex is, as of like 3 hours ago, 2.5 hours ago, it's back. It's back. They're 80% off, and resets are $35 at Apex. I'm on 23. So obviously right now, market trying to decide whether it's going to maintain that soft bull context or just pop up through and head up toward 26. Which makes me think, want to run a poll. All right, polls in the chat. I want to get a sample size as early as possible here, so get your vote in. Does NQ hit 26K today, this Pharaoh Friday? Pretty damn close already, but you guys know how it goes. What's the Dow doing? ATR over here is 60. I'll tell you what, with an ATR of 44, 45, falling a tad after 21 and 22 here on NQ. We don't really have any need for YM here today. You can toss that guy out for now. Gold here. ATR holding up, sitting at 7. Right. Yes. All right, we're 3 minutes out here from the close of 24. Okay, so the context here again, there's a variety of ways you can look at this. Soft bull channel, big wedge, but realistically, it's too early. Come on. It's too early to rule out this kind of thing. So, 35 seconds out. Let's see what we get here on 24. Hop on over here. And we shall see ATR 42. Get a stop limit sell ready. See if we can close beneath the wick flow of 21. See that? Can't do it. Alright. Watch 25. Okay, 3 minutes here. Till the close of bar 25. I would need it to say about that size, otherwise we're starting to get too deep into the range. ATR holding on to 40, but dipping quickly. Alright, I'll see if 25 can close as a clean bear body. If he can, I'll use stop limit sell, try to get short. But I can't see it grow too much because that puts us too deep in the range, too close to the 20 EMA. Decreasing any potential reward, squeezing it, and increasing the signal bar risk simultaneously. Which I'm not into. Alright. get this ready just in case I need to use it. And see if the bears can close up that wick. That's 15 seconds at best. Place that about a tick beneath the wick low. 5 seconds. Yeah, no fill. Gotta pull it. Yes. Yes is even tighter than NQ. Yeah, I'm gonna hang on to NQ here. We'll hang out over here. 12 to 26. This is now squeezing us deeper into the range. Take a peek at a 2-minute chart. Oof. Back up and head back to the 5-minute chart. Pretend that didn't happen. Gold, a little single bar trading range from bar 21. Not shit over on gold right now. All right, NQ, we'll see if 26 and then I suppose 27 can give me something to work with. Now the concern here becomes if we bounce off 25. Honestly, I'd prefer if 26 could fall. Because if we end up bouncing this hard, we kind of end up with this super unsustainable wedge. And then any continuation through up here, guess what the risk becomes? Whoops! And then it goes, hey Nico, you bought the top! And then it fades and stops you. It turns into a trading range. Really, it turns into this. Right, so this early bounce out of 25, I don't really want that. I want a deeper pull-in. Mario, big dog. What's up, brother? How we doing? All right, 3.5 minutes out here from the close up of 27. Now, yeah, I mean, you know, if it gives me something, I might have to put it on, but I'd like the bar to stay small, but yet close above the wick high at 25. My concern becomes this, though it's too early to really call that the sideways trading range. In a couple more bars, it might not be too early anymore, but let's see if 27, again, can close clean above the wick high at 25 and not much further. That would leave me room. Put out a stop limit buy, give it maybe 20 seconds to give me a fill, 25 seconds maybe. If it pops any higher than that, for me the risk is a little too high that this just turns into a trading range. ATR is falling quickly, we're down to 36. It was what, 47, damn near 48 when I started the stream 29 minutes ago. So it's falling fast, we'll see if that can hold on. And ATR is that volatility number, bottom right of your screen. Gamma, good work. Past first ever eval. Tremendous. All right, minute 25. Again, waiting on the close of bar 27 here. All right, 27, now prove it to me. Let's see what you got. Not gonna get it. Nope, not a chance. All right, 28. It's all on you. Nico, I'm down 1.5K per account this week. I feel sick to my stomach. Yeah, listen. Let me tell you guys something. I have never seen a trader who has huge months who doesn't also have big drawdowns. Listen, this industry, I think a lot of people have this misconception that trading, and this is funny because I was just, I was literally just having this conversation with my wife last night about a huge misconception in trading. People think that you come in and 12 months out of the year, it'll be 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000, 9,000. Oh shit, what are we gonna do? Oh, I made 12,000. What a great month. That's not trading. Okay? That is your 9 to 5 mentality creeping in, which is exactly what you're trying to leave, correct? Trading is the following. And let's just throw out numbers. The numbers are going to be different for everybody. Just fucking calm down, okay? January, you make 60K. February, you make 110K. March, you make 15,000. It's like, fuck. April, oh my God. We're going to lose the house. I'm break even in April. Oh my God. May, 175,000. June, 82,000. You understand? Like, this is trading. And then, oh my God, July, I lost 12,000. It's my red month of the year. People don't get this shit. And guess what? The reason that you can have big months is because you are that motherfucker who can stomach the drawdowns. Most people can't. You take anyone off the street and put them in a $15 drawdown, they're going to be thinking, I could have bought lunch. I could have, oh my God, I could have bought that water bottle at the store. Come on. Big traders have big drawdowns. You want to be a big trader. Everyone wants to be a big trader. No one wants to stomach the big ass loss or the big drawdown. Everyone wants to have a $100,000 month, a $500,000 month someday, right? Nobody wants to lose 10,000. Come on, guys. This is like the entire, I don't think some of you guys get it. The entire reason my code for all these firms is big. And I said, if you don't give me code big, we're not working together. Is because the one thing, the one fucking thought, aside from my family, that got me through the really, really hard times where I did lose a tremendous amount of money to me at the time, damn near everything, on multiple occasions, in a single day, or with a prolonged period of time where it's getting stabbed in the gut, just not deep enough to kill you yet, over and over and over and over. The only thought was that someday I will outgrow these fucking problems. That was it. Just go bigger and it all gets fixed. Fucking A, we're trying to get me all worked up here on a Friday, man. Come on now. All right, hang on. We are 20 seconds out, and this right here, this right here is a trading range. Son of a gun. So I'm gonna have to wait for 29, man. Let's see what we get. All right, 29. Give it to me. Let's do it. Four minutes out. See if we can get a nice clean close. right. ES, what are you looking like? Just about the same as NQ, with an ATR of 6.5. ATR over here on NQ, 35. I'll take 35. We can work with 35. And let's see what it gives us here. Royal says a total rewire of our psyche is required to negate the lifelong programming of societal financial norms / income stability. Royal, that is exactly right. You hit it dead on the nose. My whole life I heard from people that you want to get a good job, climb the ladder, move through the ranks, get your boss to like you, play the fucking game. Income stability. Yeah, right. Which is a total myth. Because if your boss comes into work 22 years in a bad mood, because his wife is divorcing him and he looks at you and says, I hate your fucking tie, he can just say leave and come up with a reason. What are you going to do? Income stability, huh? Another man just threw your family through the ringer. I couldn't really wrap my head around that. I'm like, I don't know about this, dude. Income stability, huh? I don't know. I'd rather bet on me and do this. 42 seconds out. Come on, 29. All right. 15 seconds out. Copy trader engaged. Only there were some yummy stops to hunt and gobble up top. Place that beautiful placement. Leave that guy there. Give that some time. See if we can get a fill here. Eat that stop limit buy up. Come on now, Bulls. Gobble him up. Take him. Take him. 10 seconds. Son of a gun. No fill, no trade. You kidding me? Bulls, are you kidding me? ATR here falling quick. 32 here on NQ. Damn. They didn't take it. All right. That's fine. Got to pull it. No rule breaking for me. In RAM mode, at least. I can't believe that didn't fill either. All right, 3 minutes out. Come on, 30. Thoughts on bar 15? They say a couple of us got in at on the open of 16. 15 was coming right into the 20. I'd be waiting on bar 16. Not to say it's like the worst trade ever, okay? But you're coming right into this. For me, in most cases, I'm waiting on 16, especially this time of day, 15. It's, 9:45 Central. I'd be waiting on 16. By the way, that has nothing to do with hindsight. If it would have dumped off, I'd be saying the same thing. It's just this thing here. Now, where that starts to kind of fade in my head, the 20, is if it's like early afternoon, where most time zones are kind of coming back from lunch. You know, when the ATR starts to kind of tick back up, then I can reasonably, make a little more sense of that. When the expectation is that ATR is probably going to keep falling, I prefer to wait. All right, 30. We got a minute 15 here, minute 20 to clean this up. What's ES looking like? Yeah, wouldn't have gotten a fill over there either. See if the bulls can pop this a bit or if they're going to just stay so insecure. Yeah, so as far as, I guess the best way I can kind of explain it, and that there, it's a 20 EMA. You want to throw up, view up, fine. Or VWAP, as everyone likes to call it. I've always called it VWAP. People think it's funny. That's what I've always said. I think of, I put up a 20 EMA just because, a lot of people on a 5-minute are going to watch a 20 EMA, whatever. I throw it up. Help me stop from getting dizzy. Kind of gives me some bearings. But also, it's like the little bird landing on the scales to throw it out of balance. It's low tier in my mind. I don't think about it too much, but when it comes right in your face, like the close of 15, it's like that bird landed right on the scale of that setup and said, you know what, I'm going to wait for 16. See if we can get through this, see if the bird flies away, kind of thing. See if 16 can get down through, give me another clean, bare body. I'll take 16. And then it didn't, right? So, avoided it. All right, 31. Well, should we check out gold quick? What's gold up to? Oh my goodness. Well, trying, but still kind of not much. So we'll back on out of there, head back to the party over here on NQ. Man, ATR is dumping fast. It was 47, 48 50 minutes ago. 45 minutes ago. And it's now 31. These last couple bars have had a range of 13. Jeez. See if they can pick this up a little bit. $60. Well, I mean, the bulls are trying here. That wick didn't quite take out the wick low at 29, so you got 25, I'm sorry, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, maybe 31 for a B setup. Cleaned up kind of quick. I better pop over and get ready just in case. Now, the risk you're on a B setup like this is obviously this just turns into a trading range. But that's okay. Signal bar would not be large. So let's see if it closes up here with, I'd like to see it plenty above the wick high of 30, not just barely. Ideally more like up in this region. So, get the copy ready here. Ten seconds out, stop limit buy. Engaged. Mind that too much. I don't mind it too much. I'm going to give it 15 seconds. I don't want to get a fill if it takes longer than 15 to film it. Third teaser of the day. If it takes longer than 15 seconds to fill me, I start to get a little concerned about this. Kind of a wedge. You almost just get rid of these. Bulls seem a little insecure snapping this guy up right now, so I'll let them feel insecure alone. I only bet on the cocky sons of bitches. So let's get cocky, bulls! Come on now, 32. Keep that wick down low, nice and small. And let's start expanding up into a clean bull body. Minute 55 out. Bulls, don't you let them bully you. ATR is 30 here on the NQ 5-minute chart. We've had 3 teasers so far here today. Vam! How we doing, brother? Rovio, big dog. All right, 35 seconds out. Bar 32, not really getting the job done for me at this point. Let's see if it can slide up into a nice, clean bull body. Maybe a repeat of man 29 would be beautiful. We've only got 20 seconds to get that done, so I doubt that it's coming. I suppose I'll get ready either way, just in case. I don't want to miss anything. Oh, that's gonna stay an inside bar. All right. All right, 33. Man, this song, it always sounds like it's out of like a Batman video game or something. Man, at this point, we just leave him in. Oh, 33. Gold over here, not getting too much done. Now, you know, straight up, realistically, long or short right now is not tremendous probability either way. Could you maybe, depending on what your strategy or methodology is, find a little bit of edge? Sure, maybe. I mean, what's the context right now? Kind of tight, soft bull wedge, right? So, sure. But I feel like it's important to understand that if you're going to take a trade right now, you're in kind of spec mode. You're not so much in RAM mode. And that's okay, you know, but you got to be paying your bills too, you know, so. I'm on 33. man. Let's just dump this thing off on a Friday, huh? Let's get a big old bear trend going all the way down to 25,000. We'll have 900 points worth of bear trend to just hit over and over and over. We'll walk out of the week up 50,000. Sounds like a plan to me, man. Let's do it. All right, well, you guys make those phone calls and make that happen. I will be back in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back! Well, context here is tightening soft bull wedge. In my head, I was thinking that was about 30 points away. It's 42 points away. I can't take that. I can't take a limit order reversion scalp. It's too much risk. The ATR is 27 now. Yeah, shit. In my head, I was thinking, yeah, it's about 30 points away, right? Until I looked at it, it's 42. All right. Next bar. All right, 35. Just dump this thing through. Give me a big continuation bar within reason, and I'll slap that guy on. All right. So, does NQ hit 26K today? The results are in. And, well, come on now, YouTube, do the math. There's two numbers, big dog. There you go. There we go. 55% yes. 55% of you think we're hitting 26K here today. All right, I'm going to do a new poll. This is going to be a flash poll, which means I will end it in 2 minutes. Understood? Flash polls are for events that we do not want bias as time goes on. All right, hit it. 2 minutes. Flash poll is started. Where does NQ go from here? Up or down, baby? $60 seconds left here in the flash poll. Make sure you vote. I want to get as big of a sample size as possible here. So that I can trade off of your ideas. Just kidding. That's it. That's it. Pull over. Okay, we got a reasonable sample size. 57% said down. So, that means we're probably head higher, huh? The inverse chat strat. All right, 35. Yeah, I mean, reasonable close out of 35, but of course, you know, there's not shit to do on 35. All right, gold. We're gonna stop checking in on gold here today. Damn. Looks like shit, homeboy. All right. All right. I don't know. I'm trying to fix it. It ain't broken. I guess we're back on NQ. Yeah, Panda, nothing even came through. I think a lot of times YouTube's spam filter catches a lot of, I don't know, chats that are either just like stupid or random or spam. Sometimes someone will say something and the context is almost like they said something previously, but there's nothing previously. All right, minute 30 out here. 36 has got ATR falling very fast, down to 27.28 here. Let's see if we end up with just a sideways trading range. Not improbable here right now. $20 seconds here. Yeah. I think we might be stuck. Let's break out of this thing. Yeah, you guys were supposed to call. Yeah, I'm not in the mood today, man. I always gotta call these guys, bitch them out, say, can we get some volatility? They give me backlash. They tell me, oh, we're not liquid enough. Investors are pulling because of our shitty performance. I say, find some money, big dog. Make it happen. Come on, 37! They've been teasing us for an hour 20 already. TJ, big dog. Good to have you, brother. Numbers are just the bar numbers since the New York session open. There's a lot of, you see, we're very inclusive around here. We're worldwide in this bitch. We got lots of countries. And that means lots of time zones. So when we're talking about bars without labeling the bars, because New York Open happens at the same time for everybody, of course, this solves that problem with one easy solution. Let's just label the fucking bars. Then when I say, hey, we're watching bar 37, you can look at your chart and see, oh, okay, bar 37. Otherwise, everyone's like, what time is that in Croatia? I'm like, I don't fucking know, bro. I have no idea. You know what's the same, though, is bar 37. Speaking of which, come on now, 37. This is the concern right now. We gotta bust out of that. Market movers are at Cat's Deli right now. I think the way that the market's been moving for the last month, I think the market movers are at Two Bros Pizza, getting that $1.50 combo. Once it gets moving, maybe they'll upgrade. But I think straight up, that's probably the spot to be regardless. All right, 38. Nico, do you trade Asia often or mostly stick to New York? I traded Asia last night a little bit. I did a little bit of London recently, a few days. Mostly, you know, it's going to be New York throughout the whole session. But I honestly, that's not because I don't like Asia. Volatility is obviously smaller, but you can't compare the ATR during Asia 1-to-1 with the same ATR in New York. Like an 8, let's say like a 12 ATR in Asia is actually not half bad, whereas a 12 ATR in New York is pretty bad. I try to stay away from Asia for the most part, not because price action, but for quality of life reasons. I think you have to draw the line somewhere, and sitting in your fucking dark office all night, you know, I don't, that's not why we became traders. In the early days, it sounds fucking awesome. Let's stay up all night, trade Asia. Let's stay through the night, trade London. Man, it's going to be awesome. I don't know. I mean, eventually it's like, you can trade 16 hours a day forever? Probably not. But sometimes, you know, why not? All right, ATR sitting at 25. We gotta see NQ break out of this little sideways trading range. That could drag ATR back above 30 and give us some reasonable price action. Put us back in the driver's seat here. Trev, $100 off from passing my first Take Profit Trader eval. Trev, size down into the finish line, make it happen. What you don't want to do is, you know, take the same size or size up. Like, okay, I'll just flip it. Don't do that. Size down a bit. You don't have to size down to 1 micro, you know what I mean? But get it done. But, you know, take a couple minutes, get it done, get over the finish line. Increase that probability that it happens. And you know what? If you're $100 off, this goes for all you guys. If you're $100 off from passing an eval, you're like, all right, I'm gonna size down a bit into the finish line. Take good trades. You start taking good trades, and some crazy shit happens, and it pulls you way back, and you blow the eval, and you're like, I must be the worst trader ever. Whatever, dude. Don't let it trip you up. Just get back on the horse. Who cares? It's an eval. Who gives a shit? What's the Dow doing? ATR down to 35 on the Dow. That's kind of low for YM. ATR dipping here, still on NQ, down to 24. You know, guys, this is... ATR was at 61. Look at that fall. Bottom right of your screen. Look at that. It's a pretty gnarly drop in volatility. Wow. Ever since bar, you know, arguably 31. Man. ATR dipping beneath 23 here. Let's see if it falls below 20, man. That would be quite the fall from grace for volatility. Yeah, right. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything about volatility. And this is gonna break. I mean, listen, these tiny little... This little shit, it never lasts. It'll kill volatility, and then obviously, typically will curl one way or the other, and volatility will start to creep back up. It's just a question of if it starts to fall too much, like we get down to 15 on the ATR before we break out of this little thing, it's usually pretty hard to come back from that. But we're kind of still in recoverable territory as far as volatility. Gold trying to do something here, huh? Keep an eye on gold here. And this is GC that I'm looking at. Oh, that rollover glitch. If the bar is a little sizable there, I'm only going to give it 15 seconds to fill me here on gold. Yeah, no fill, no trade. And I'm back to NQ here. How do you feel about trading on the weekend? Listen, I don't feel any type of way about trading at any time except for what are the volatility conditions. Okay. The nuance within RAM as far as volatility, which we just did an hour on in one of the trainings for the tomb, is the exact same whether we're dealing with a fall in volatility during the New York session or low volatility during Asia or on a Sunday night or during London, during pre-market New York, whatever. It's the same. It's just volatility. There's no, magic about New York other than the fact that it's when most people participate, so the volatility is the best. On average, right? Yeah, we got to see her at bar 41 and get up a little bit. Obviously, the risk here is range, so I'd like it to close reasonably outside of the wick high of 31, 40? Yeah, 40. Okay, so we got a lot of people here asking about, I've had a lot of the same question here today. People say, hey, I'm new, can you explain your strategy? So I trade RAM, it's my price action strategy. It stands for the wrench action method, okay? This is probably the most common question I get on this live stream. Hey, can you quickly, briefly, in 3 sentences explain the strategy? If I did that, I would be doing you a tremendous disservice because you would skip everything that makes it work for me over the mid and long term, which is context and nuance. If I just sat here and said, I'm just looking for 2 consecutive bull bodies, right? Well, then you would have taken the close of 29, whereas I didn't get a fill on the close of 29 because it took too long to fill me and lost its contextual relevance to me. And you'd still be sitting break even in the trade in the middle of a trading range. Wait, actually, no, you would have gotten stopped out. here on 34. Not that one trade is anything to go off of, but I'm just explaining, you know, you got to be careful. If someone can explain their strategy to you in 2 sentences, I pride RAM on it being super rules-based because I like rules. But here's the truth about trading, especially, you know, futures, but really anything. If it's just rules-based, don't you think that the opposite side of your trade, which 90% of the time plus would be institutions, don't you think that they're going to quickly realize when they take the opposite side of your setup, they lose money and stop doing it, and then the setup stops coming, and then your winning setup fizzles out of irrelevance, correct? There has to be a little bit of nuance and context involved, otherwise it will not work, and it's not repeatable. All right, so I can't explain it to you in 2 to 3 sentences. Hang out around here, and I think you'll pick up on it. Obviously, there's tons of resources in the tomb, but I think most people probably aren't ready for that. Just because they'll get in there and be like, what do I even start with? Which I think is a good thing, but I get it, it can be overwhelming. All right, 42. You asked us, now we ask you. Where do you think this is going, up or down? I don't answer 50-50 questions. That's a coin flip. The answer to that is 50-50, up or down. So if I take one side, I'm breaking my own rules. If I say up or down. The answer is flip a coin. It'll give you the same probability. That's the truth of this current price action since bar 30, well, it started in hindsight kind of at bar like 30. If I had a bias, I'd be in a trade. At least a bias worth taking, we'll say. Holy shit, gold. Would have been nice if they could have given me a fill on the close of bar 40, right? To get short. Look at 41. Took its time, went, but didn't give me my fill. That's alright. Alright, 42. Let's see what you give me. Minute 45 out here. There you go, 42. Trying to get something done here. Good, good, good. Alright, ATR still 22 here on NQ. Not tremendous, but workable, we'll call it. Now let's pop over here to the execution screen. and see if the bulls can give me a reasonable close. Already pulling back. You see that? That's bull insecurity. That is bull insecurity. That's good. That's, you know, without that close, it's 50-50. Or with that close, I can put that on. Let's see, 10 seconds. Getting ready. I don't want to miss anything on a day like today, but very unlikely I get this set up here. Not there, so we move on to bar 43. Yeah, man, I think it's about time to go trade some feeder cattle, huh? Some lean hogs. Big ol' wick on bar 42 here on gold. That's GC. Low a day on gold down here at the wick low of bar 5. Pop on back over to NQ. By the way, see what I mean? Now I know, I get it, okay? I want you guys to, if you give a shit, listen carefully, please. This, since bar 30, is a trading range. It's a sideways trading range. It's tight, dude. I mean, I don't even want to draw this, but from bar 36, I mean, Jesus, it's tight, okay? What other argument can you make? Sort of, you know, something like this or like this. All of a sudden the chart gets real ugly, but you get the point. So, forget about, oh, what's the bias? You know, what should I do? Okay, let's just talk data and statistics for a second. You see what I mean when I said this is a coin flip? The bulls get super insecure on 42, 43 it's pulling in. You might as well flip a coin more or less. Now, does that mean it's literally exactly 50-50? No, we're probably looking at something because since you can also make this argument as well, what do we know about wedges? Answer this question to yourself right now. What do we know about wedges? Well, we know that the top, the flat top in this case, has a slightly. Now, when I say slightly, every beginner trader thinks 75%. I'm talking 51, 52% probability of breaking over this level. Okay? That is a coin flip. That's not enough. That's enough edge if you're an algorithm. But for us, with our sample size, within reason of trades that we can take, that is a straight up coin flip. So what do we do? What's the best option? Nothing. Nothing. Which I get it. I get it, man. When you're getting started, you sit here, you're doing nothing. You're like, this sucks. I'm not making progress. It's embarrassing. I'm sitting here not getting any work done. My family's relying on me. I get it. Market doesn't care. If there's no edge, what's the best option? Do nothing. Because if there's no edge, then the expected value is what? Negative. Negative. Which means anything you do, you step back. Right? I get it. You're like, fuck you, bro. I'm going to get long because I want to trade. That's fine. Do whatever you want, dude. I don't care. But you should understand the probabilities are realistically approximately a coin flip until this breaks. Now that in 2 bars, that might no longer be the case, and I might be in something here. Okay, 60 seconds out from the close of 43, but at this exact moment, flip a quarter. See, a 31 ATR on YM is very low. You know, it's well, actually a second. Five more seconds here on YM. No fill, no trade, gotta pull it. So, you know, doesn't mean you shouldn't take anything at all ever, but you should understand that a 30 ATR on YM is very small. So that trade would have been very, very small dollar-wise risk, which is the only reason I put it out there. Worth taking, but no fill, no trade, so we're back to NQ. That's what, man? I don't even know. Is that our 5th tease of the day? I think that's our 5th no fill, no trade of the day. Not for a lack of trying, big man. We're putting out orders. Market's just not taking them. Christian, big dog, up 1,900. First day in the PAs. Good work. Good work. Get the hell out of here. Go enjoy the weekend. All right, 44 here, closing up in 47 seconds. See how this closes up here. I need at least bar 45 if I'm going to even think about getting short. It's going to have to close beneath the wick low of 34. I know a lot of people see this, they get excited, but what's the context? Context is that. This is a trading range. So I got to wait for bar 45. Opening in 20 seconds. Okay, so next week. Oh, MLK Junior Day is not till the next Monday. All right. Next week we're free and clear, right? All right. All right, come on now, bar 45. See this hesitation out of the bears to take it lower. They see that trading range. See if they can get it done. 3 minutes. Two minutes out here till the close of 45. Maybe. Bears, what you got? Minute 15 out. Bears are hesitating. Come on, you Bears. Do it, do it, do it. Well, on a day like today, I'm going to get ready here. See if the Bears give us a last second pull downside. Not likely. Oh, you Bears. All right, guys. Well, listen, the ever so rare no trade stream, man. When there's nothing to take, there's nothing to take. Best option is to go hands off. That's the highest ROI thing you can do when the market's in a big sideways trading range for 15 5-minute bars. Well, it's all right. All right, guys, I'm going to hit lunch. And on a Pharaoh Friday, too, man. We're trying to party. Damn, NQ. ATR's down to 20. I'm going to go hit lunch, guys. We'll see what the afternoon brings. Hopefully it cleans up for everybody. I will see you all for Midas Monday, man. Have a good weekend. Do your job. Chill out this weekend. Be ready for Monday. See you guys Monday morning.